You're listening to Reel Talk.
Previews, yes.
I give so much lenience to that.
That's the time.
You can get on your phone for all I care.
That's the time to do it.
Yeah.
But the second the production logos roll,
Exactly.
your phone better be silenced or off and in your pocket.
Yeah.
And your mouth better be zipped.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll permit a laugh here and there.
A laugh or a little whisper
Yeah.
conversation to your friend. But the second you whip out your phone, dude, I'm about to come over there and smack you across the face.
No.
Hello and welcome back to Reel Talk. I'm Thomas.
And it's your boy, Carson S. Davis.
It's your boy.
Episode 4, guys. Who would have thought we made it here?
Who would have thought?
Carson, you know if dolphins had thumbs, we'd be finished. We were having a conversation before this about why humans have evolved, and Carson just gives me a thumbs up. It's because of thumbs.
It's got to be, right?
Well, you know, dolphins are the smartest animals.
Really?
Smartest mammals. Well, I guess second smartest mammals
Yeah.
because we're the smartest.
Yeah. That's kind of a self-centered thing to say, Thomas, that you're smarter.
No, not me personally. I'm probably one of the. I'm probably in the fourth quartile of the human race.
I wouldn't say that, Thomas. Come on.
I mean,
Give
I'm
yourself
here
some
doing that. I'm
credit.
here doing real talk.
Hey, yeah, that's big brain moves there.
Yeah. But anyways, Carson, we're in a new studio.
That we are.
I moved. We got a new setup. We've got guys. Please forgive us. These mic stands might be a little bit loud throughout the episode.
Yeah.
So
I apologize.
bear with us.
Yeah.
We are still getting our ducks in a row on episode 4. But Happy New Year. It's
Well,
New Year's Eve. as
it's
you're
New
listening to
Year's
this,
Eve.
Hopefully.
We're going into a new decade, the Roaring 20s.
Maybe if you don't listen to this on New Year's Eve when this episode drops, it's already 2020.
Who
So
knows?
hello from the past.
Yeah. Wow.
2019.
It's kind of wild.
It's been a wild decade. God, there's been a lot of really just dumb stuff happening.
Yeah, there really has.
The last 10 years.
Think about 2010. How long ago that was.
Well, it feels like yesterday, though. It doesn't feel that long ago.
No, it doesn't. I mean, yeah.
Well, because in 2010, I was in elementary school.
Yeah,
You know?
me too.
I
I was
didn't get-
in third grade, I think.
Third?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I must have been in fifth.
Yeah.
Must have been in fifth grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't feel that long ago.
You remember silly bands?
Yeah. Dude, everyone was wearing those at PE.
Yeah. That, I mean, most people wouldn't get that unless you're a kid in this decade, but
That's true.
if you were a kid in this decade, you know. You
Well,
know.
I guess for those of you who don't know, silly bands are they're just rubber bands that you wear as bracelets, but they're cut in the shape of things. So you get one that says cool, or you get one in the shape of a star, and people would collect them and trade them at recess and just stuff like that.
Did you ever have that one kid who wore them from their wrist to their elbow?
Yeah.
And you were really worried about their circulation?
I mean, their hands probably don't function properly today because
No,
they wore
no.
so many rubber bands
yeah.
on their hand. But yeah, no, I remember in PE we were doing those, those little scooter things
Oh, yeah.
where you get your fingers chopped off
Oh.
and you run into somebody.
That was a pain.
Well, we were doing that, and there's I don't know why, but this stuck with me. There's people had those around their wrists, and that's the memory that comes to mind when you say silly bands.
Yeah.
So silly, those silly bands.
They are silly, aren't they? They are so silly, aren't they, Thomas?
Such a silly social construct.
Well, what's another thing that you really love about the decade of 2010?
I don't know. Well, okay, so one thing is I think meme culture has gone way downhill.
Yeah. Yeah,
Because
really.
think about the original memes. It was impact font, and it
Yeah,
was there was 9 memes.
Yeah, there was
that
only
you just-
9 you could use.
you
There was
just- you just changed
Bad
the
Luck
font.
Brian.
Yeah, Bad Luck Brian.
There was Grumpy Cat.
Pepe.
Pepe was a
There was
classic.
that,
There was the dinosaur one.
Oh yeah, and there was but Bad Luck Brian is I think kind of the king of them all.
Yeah, he really was a classic. Oh,
yeah,
no.
know, he's had quite the glow up. Have you seen him?
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Bad Luck Brian.
No, he
But-
does not look like he's had bad luck.
What about the one? Tell me the name of that meme, and it's obviously hand drawn, black and white,
Oh,
and it's the epic meme.
oh,
I
the
think.
troll one.
Yeah, the troll meme.
Yeah, that's the troll. That's the OG.
Yeah, that's the classic. That's
Yeah.
a total classic.
Yeah, there's that one, and then there's also this. Remember, there's like it was like panel drawings, so it was like you get like 9 panels in it or 6 panels in it or something, and it was like it was like I don't know, but it was like those really rough sketches of the guy with like the big chin or something, and it'd be like if there was a dog, it'd be like Le Wolf. You remember those ones?
Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah, that was in this decade though.
Yeah,
think
well,
about
it was.
memes now though. How much they've evolved. Now everything's a meme.
And then let's talk about, technology. Let's do that. I mean, 2010, we were on the iPhone 3 or 4.
Well, yeah, because the first iPhone came out in 2007, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that was
Came out my kindergarten year.
That was nearly 13 years ago. Can you believe
Wow.
that?
Just look how much we've progressed.
The first iPhone, like you couldn't even change the background on your lock screen.
Wasn't it sunflower?
No, it was just black on the lock screen. I mean the home screen. The lock screen you could, but there was like a sunflower. There was
that was the photos.
There's a couple. They've kept a couple classics, like the one with the lily pad and the flower on it.
Mm-hmm.
They still got that.
You got to keep the classics.
No, my mom actually had the first iPhone. We had
So
it.
did my parents.
We have it somewhere.
Yeah.
And it was like a big deal because I don't know, my at the time that my mom got her first iPhone, a smartphone then was like a BlackBerry.
That's what my parents had before they switched.
My dad, it was probably a BlackBerry, but I just remember calling it because I was young, and in 2007, and I was like 7 or 8. But
just look at how far the iPhones we have now.
Oh,
it's a whole nother ballgame.
Yeah, well, and people like to complain because we're not like getting these big like leap forwards like from the BlackBerry to the iPhone. We're not getting that anymore. But it happens in like micro improvements.
Yeah.
So like every phone will have these features that are a little bit better, but in the long run, when you compare it to where we started, it's insane. Like
whole different ballgame, buddy.
Yeah.
Just look at the iPhone 6.
Oh, so speaking of iPhone 6 and new phones, Sam just upgraded from the iPhone 6, and it's like a world difference.
Yeah.
She got the 11, so.
Yeah, it's a whole nother ball. But I remember going from the 6, because I got the 7.
Mm-hmm.
I upgraded from the 6 to the 7. Loved it, but it wasn't. It was just like a new phone. There was no real big thing. But then when I look at my phone now to a 6,
it's
not even on the same planet.
Yeah, it's tiny little improvements over the course of years that get you to where we are now. So honestly, something big will come along that revolutionizes it again. Like it always does.
I heard Apple was planning on discontinuing the iPhone in a few years.
Yeah, so what are they going to do? Just like a new line?
Everything's got to come to an end.
It's still going to be a phone.
Yeah, it's just not going to be iPhone.
But it's not going to be called iPhone.
Yeah.
It's going to be called something else. I'm curious about that.
New interface, probably.
Yeah, they'll probably do one of those. Remember when iOS 6 came out?
Yeah.
Everyone was like freaked. Like everyone loved it because it was like they had a brand new phone.
Yeah.
Honestly, software improvements are some of like the best.
The best, yeah.
Just because it's like it just makes it more intuitive.
Yeah, you're right. So Thomas, gotta ask. Just got through the holidays. It's December 30th that we're recording this now.
But 5 days after Christmas.
5 days after Christmas. Thomas, I gotta ask. What did Santa Claus bring you?
Okay. Well, I guess the first thing that comes to mind. So I'm a big sunglasses nerd, right? Just because, everyone's got their thing that they like to spend money on. I know yours is shoes.
Mine is shoes.
Yours is shoes. I don't really have anything because it's not every day that you can just buy new camera equipment or whatever, right? Yeah. That's not that's not a petty purchase or anything like that, right? But although recently I've been treating it as such. But anyways, so I finally got Ray-Ban is my brand of choice. I love Ray-Bans, and I heard that like if you have lighter colored eyes, you're more sensitive to light. And you have blue eyes. I got blue eyes, so like I get headaches and stuff when it's just sunny outside and I'm driving, and I'm usually in the car pretty frequently for a long time. So like for the past 5 months, every weekend I've been making a 4-hour trip down from Houston up here, and vice versa. And after about an hour of wearing cheap sunglasses, your temples start to hurt because it's just pressing on it, and the top of your ears start to hurt. And like I know, especially whenever I road trip out to Georgia.
So it's a real
bad.
nuisance.
Yeah, it gets to be a kind of a pain in the ass. But anyways, as to what I got for Christmas, I got sunglasses, and I've been wanting these like customized, so I don't have to like keep trying new ones. So I got the folding Wayfarers, which is my favorite style, and I got them like not engraved, but it has like printed my initials on the
That's a nice touch.
on the ear, and then it says 2020 on it. So it's new beginnings. I got new sunglasses. They're also matte black with blue reflective lenses, and I also got a tobacco pipe. What did you get?
I love how you just threw that in there.
Yeah.
You're talking like a gentleman, like from the 1900s.
Yes. Yeah. No. Exactly like that. I'm an old soul, as they say, which is really just. I think it's Bill Burr put it, actually, just a nice way of calling someone lame. That was in one of his specials, I think.
That's good. That's good. What I got for Christmas? Oh boy. Oh, actually. So, I got a good, I got a new iPad.
Yeah, no, I
Apple
saw
Pencil.
that. You got in the card today. I said, is that new? You're like, yes, I got it for Christmas.
I did get it for Christmas. Santa Claus brought it. But
Wow.
one of the coolest gifts I got was one of the smallest.
What is that? It's holding up his keychain.
It's called a fabric fob,
Okay.
and I got two of them. And one is a piece of a suit jacket that Philip Seymour Hoffman wore in his Oscar-winning film Capote.
Oh, wow. Let me see that.
And the other one is at my house, and it's a piece of the army pant that Denzel Washington wore in Courage Under Fire.
Wow.
Yeah, and that is actually one of the coolest gifts.
P.S. Hoffman.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Yeah, that is really cool. I was not expecting to get that.
No, yeah, that's...
It came with a certificate of authenticity.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I really found that to be...
So you got one from Denzel and
Phil,
and
my
Phil
two
Hoffman.
acting idols. Well, I have a lot more.
That is
Those
nice.
are my original.
That is nice.
Yeah, Philip Seymour.
I was in a couple weeks ago, like back in November, actually. I was out in Savannah. So I was originally going out there for a film, but that ended up falling through, and so then I had a week to spend in Savannah just to see my old friends and stuff like that. But I went out there with Sam, and we decided to go down to Universal Studios for a day.
Mm-hmm.
In one of the shops they had for sale, and this was like $8,000.
Yeah.
But it was a frame, and it had 2 slides of film. So it was like when you get film developed, it comes in like 4 frames cut at a time. It was 8 frames,
Yeah.
so 2 strips of film, original film from The Godfather.
Wow.
The original celluloid was in there.
No kidding.
It was what I would do that film is what was in the camera.
Yeah.
Whenever the light coming through the lens was the whole cast of The Godfather,
Yeah.
that iconic movie, that
Pacino,
light,
Brando,
the
Khan.
the film caught that exact film
Yeah. That's pretty
was
cool.
in the camera
That's
when they
pretty
filmed
cool.
that movie. Like what I would if I was rich to the point where I had more money than I knew what to do with.
Yeah.
I just get a bunch of knickknacks like that.
Yeah. Just memorabilia.
When Shia LaBeouf was in the Indiana Jones movie, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Of course.
I think who was it? But anyways, he had an Indiana Jones hat that he gave. I think it was Drake. Drake came over to his house or something, and he just gave him that hat. A legit Indiana Jones hat.
For some reason, I felt like either me and you talked about this on a podcast or at home, but this reminds me of when Lenny Kravitz was at Yoko Ono's home, and he just said, he was talking about she asked him what he was doing that day, and he said, well, today's my birthday. I'm going to go celebrate. And she goes, oh, really? She goes to the back of her house, pulls out a sweater, and gives it to him, and she goes, this was John Lennon's.
Holy crap.
How baller is that?
Yeah.
To have John Lennon's
Can you imagine? It's like
sweater.
okay, so I've always wondered what the inside of Spielberg's house would look like.
Yeah.
Because you'd think it would just be like a museum. Because in all of our houses, we've got our prized possessions on display.
Yeah.
Whether it be like a family photo
Yeah.
or like a family heirloom or
Yeah.
passed down for generations, stuff like that. or like your own knickknacks you got on the shelf just from memories throughout your
Yeah.
life. Well, think about Spielberg's memories.
Oh, I mean, those are
He's got
artifact.
he's got to have like the
museum
whip
works.
from
Yeah.
from the Raiders of the Lost Ark,
yeah,
just on a shelf somewhere
Yeah.
collecting dust. You know,
like the little, like he probably has ET.
he's
somewhere
probably
in
got
his
the
house.
ET animatronic in his like
Yeah.
in his like walk-in room or in his office or something. You know.
Yeah.
Actually-
did he do Back to? No, Zemeckis did Back to the Future.
Yeah, that was Zemeckis. But okay, so when I was in Savannah, I met this guy who was from New York, and apparently Spielberg has a house on Long Island, or in Long Island or Montauk, one of the two.
Yeah.
But anyways, he was a window washer, and he got this gig to go clean this person's windows in Long Island
Or Montauk.
or Montauk, whichever one it is.
I wonder whose house
The
this
details are missing. And he said it was Spielberg's house. He didn't get to go inside, but obviously he's a window washer.
Yeah.
He said he got to look into like the entry hall.
is. Yeah.
And it's like it is like a museum.
Oh, really?
He said it's like on the left you got everything from like E.T.
Oh my.
On the right
Really?
you got like a Schindler's List because he does a lot of stuff for
Yeah.
like the Holocaust and
Yeah.
the survivors because he made a goal for himself to capture the testimony on film of every living
I
Holocaust
remember
survivor.
reading this. Yeah.
And actually, a couple of years ago in 2017, I was in Poland and got to go to Auschwitz.
Oh, really?
And that was an amazing experience. But he had, because he directed Schindler's List.
Yeah.
And he's done all this stuff for the, all the, I forget what the foundation is, but
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But they had like a plaque there and like in his name and stuff like that, just
Oh,
thanking him
wow.
for everything he's done.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. That's a
Um,
cool goal that he's set.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm curious like how that's going.
Yeah, I wonder how far he is.
Yeah, but that's such an ambitious goal because there were millions.
Yeah.
But
But, you got to think that was about to be 80 years ago?
right. So,
So, I
I mean,
mean-
a lot of them are gone.
A lot of them who were there were children.
That's true. Well, and then probably that's the ones that he's getting on
Yeah.
film because there's people who were children there.
Yeah.
But then are now just old and
Yeah.
that was
Um,
nearly 80 years ago.
This is very non sequitur, and it's a little bit on the lighter side. It's not as deep. But did you see where Francesca Scorsese wrapped her father's gifts?
No.
She wrapped them in Marvel superhero wrapping paper.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he had some words to say
Yeah, he
about
did.
the Marvel
Yeah.
universe. He said, "What did he say? It's
He
not.
said they're not
it's-
cinema.
Yeah, it's not cinema."
I can understand where he's coming from.
I understand too, and I kind of agree with him because, I've heard it compared to. I think it was him who compared it to. You go
Compared them to theme parks.
You go to watch a Marvel movie the same way you go to Six Flags. You
Yeah.
go for the ride and for the thrill.
Yeah.
But Marvel movie will like cinema in Scorsese's eyes is something that is a film that allows you to like reflect
Yeah,
on humanity
exactly.
and it's
And,
like,
it's
a
like-
study and
It's like a movie where you sit when the credits roll.
right.
You
And actually we both did that yesterday.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We did.
But anyways, yeah, no, I kind of agree with him because, and a lot of times those movies are just money grabs, but I'm not taking away credit. Those movies are still incredibly entertaining.
I understand where he's coming from, but I also think, I don't know. I get where he's coming from, but I also get why people are mad at it.
I
get both
understand.
sides. I'm gonna remain neutral.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not. I agree with them. I think those are money grabs, but I still enjoy it.
But they provide a lot of joy to people.
They do, and there's like a whole fandom behind it, and
That's why I don't think it's I'm just gonna sit this one out, Thomas.
yeah. Well, I mean, they do make. There's good movies. Like I saw Far From Home, the new Spider-Man movie.
Yeah,
I was very impressed.
and I thought Black Panther was good.
I thought it was good. Now, what I was about to say about Spider-Man
Yeah,
was the visual effects blew my mind. However, Black Panther got a lot of heat because of its visual effects because it was rushed and it was sloppy. Like that scene where they're fighting like on that train
Yeah.
on the railway.
yeah,
That is broken down a lot by visual effects artists.
okay.
Like as to like why it's bad and stuff like that. And it was just rushed and they didn't get the motion blur right and it just kind of looks like you're watching a video game fight.
okay.
But yeah, I mean, I like the movies. It's just like it's not something like okay. And you know how we talk about a good movie will make you sit there for a few seconds and think before you get up. Well, so last night when we saw Uncut Gems,
Thomas and I went to go see Uncut Gems together last night.
we both sat there, right?
Yeah.
Now, people sit there in Marvel movies, but it's not for that reason. It's they're waiting for the end credits scene,
True.
you know?
True.
And,
Uh,
you can't use that logic on everything.
Thomas, let's talk about this. Speaking of that movie, social constructs are pretty odd, aren't they?
Yeah. Saw some goofballs yesterday at the movie theater.
I saw something that I want to share. Thomas and I were going through the concession line at the movie theater.
Yeah, I had to get a cashier's check and put a down payment on my popcorn because it was $8 for a large popcorn, and then, for the combo, so I got a large popcorn and a drink, $14.81, $14, sir.
Oh boy.
But anyways, we
Pretty
got a moral of the story. We got a popcorn.
Yeah. So we go up to butter our popcorn, says one does, and I saw this lady using, I guess what you'd call a life hack, which I found to be disturbing, but also genius.
It's one of those life hacks where it's like you don't need this.
You don't need it, but it's interesting. It's very.
I mean, that's what those 5-minute craft channels are.
Yeah.
It's just it doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you do this?
So let me break this down.
It's just kind of interesting.
She has a large bucket of popcorn. Okay. She grabs not one but 2 plastic straws. She unwraps them both and places the straws in the bucket of her popcorn. And she perfectly aims the butter dispenser into the straw so that butter is well dispersed throughout her bucket of popcorn. Now, here is the fallacy in that, Thomas. Do you not think that amount of butter soils the bottom of your paper popcorn bucket?
Well, I don't think she's just going all the way to the bottom of the bucket. She's
Oh,
probably
you think
going
she's
halfway
going
down.
halfway?
She's going halfway down because, one, those are very large buckets.
They are.
But even if it was halfway down, it's not gonna spread around like she thinks it is.
No, because it's going in one place.
It's just gonna go on one piece of popcorn.
Now, she did have 2 straws. I'll give her that.
Okay, so there's 2 pieces of popcorn that are extremely well buttered at the bottom. So that'll be a nice surprise 45 minutes into the movie. However, the bottom of the bucket's going to get all greasy. It just sink into the bottom.
It's got to, right? It's got to.
Yeah, but Carson did point out that is a very American thing.
It's very
to
American.
Do. You wouldn't go anywhere else in the world and see anyone putting straws in a gigantic
to
popcorn
get more
bucket.
butter. I need more butter.
I don't think anywhere else in the world you could find a butter dispenser.
That's also true. That is very American.
That in itself is absurd.
I will say, though, the butter hack of asking for half first and then buttering and then getting the other half, but I get that.
Now,
that's well dispensed.
Yeah. Now, I worked at that movie theater for a while, and a lot of people would come up and ask me to half fill their buckets, so they go over and put butter on that half, and then top it off, and then they go and put butter on that half. So it's kind of like a butter sandwich.
There's a movie theater.
And that's a lot smarter because at least it's distributed across.
Yeah, and
all of it.
there's a movie theater that I attend to that not only do they butter the popcorn themselves, you don't have to. They, without you having to ask, do the half and half.
Really?
And I respect that.
Yeah.
Respect
That's luxury, though.
Yeah, it is. You don't even have to ask.
Although
it's like a store policy.
when you pay to go to the movies, say you're going by yourself, if you want the ticket,
yeah,
general admission is $10.81, at least right now.
Yeah.
Okay. You pay for the ticket, and then you get a large popcorn and a large drink, right? Mm-hmm. Because that's usually whatever their number one combo is.
Yeah.
It's $20.
It really is. It really is.
That's a steak dinner at Saltgrass.
And Saltgrass is a steakhouse for our listeners who
no,
don't live in Texas.
Saltgrass is not just in Texas.
It's in the South, I think. I
don't know. I mean, I haven't been up north looking for saltgrasses, but I have seen them all over in the South. Yankees up there. But yeah, so anyways, we get the popcorn, and there's actually a line into Uncut Gems, which I didn't expect.
So how do you feel about having to wait to go into the movie theater?
Well,
because they were cleaning it. Do you think they scheduled movies too close to not give them enough time? Or do you think there was a happy little accident.
I think there's probably an accident because we got there 10 minutes before, and there's no reason that and it wasn't a packed theater.
No.
But there was a line, and that was weird because, it was 10 minutes before the movie started, and this isn't like a blockbuster movie. They're not playing.
Yeah.
Because they got the
It's not Joker.
They got the XD theater.
Yeah.
And that's reserved for their stuff like Endgame.
Yeah.
And the big releases that are going to be a big box office hit. And that's not Uncut Gems. A lot of people don't even know it's out.
Yeah.
It's out. Go see it.
Surprisingly, it is kind of a banger cast, though. So you would think it might be.
Yeah.
What's out right now that is the blockbuster?
The blockbuster right now.
It wouldn't be Little Women, would it?
There's not really. Well, it's not blockbuster
Knives
season.
Out.
It's not blockbuster season though.
Yeah, it is.
That's June, July.
Yeah.
May, June, July.
When people have time.
That's the summer drops. Jaws came out in the summer. I think that was a July release. Which could you imagine? Because like back then, so movies or large scale movies were not super common, right?
No.
Imagine going to the theater, watching Jaws in July, or maybe watching it while you're at the beach. Can you imagine how scary that would be?
Oh,
because now
boy.
now we look at it and it's just like, it's obviously a fake shark and stuff like that.
But then revolutionary.
Listen, when I don't know if you know this, the first narrative film that showed in a theater was called The Great Train Robbery. It was 1902. This movie had a shot head on of a train so cameras on the tracks.
Yeah.
Trains coming right at the camera. People had never seen this before. They didn't know what a movie was.
Yeah.
They jumped out of their seats because they thought they were going to hit by a train.
Wow.
Like if I could time travel to see something like that.
Yeah, that would
pretty
be wild.
Incredible.
Because
Because like
never
now,
seen that
like
before.
we're not fazed by anything.
No.
Like imagine what it would take out of a movie to get you to jump out of your seat.
To physically jump out.
In fear for your life.
Yeah. It would take a lot.
I don't know why, but that reminds me. There's that it was a Jordan Peele movie from the director of Get Out.
Oh, Antebellum?
Yeah, that looked interesting.
It really did. Was it Jordan Peele? Or was it? Yeah, he directed it.
Yeah.
It was him. It's Jordan Peele.
But that looked really good. He's doing some good stuff.
He really is. And it's funny because I read this thing of he obviously did comedy.
Yeah, with Key and Peele.
And it's, when you think about it, comedy and drama, I think being funny actually helps you become a better dramatic writer.
Every year, the Hollywood Reporter around Oscar season gets the actors, the writers, actresses, and directors, and cinematographers, all for a round table for all the nominated movies.
Oh, really?
And they talk to each other, and it's kind of conducted by an interviewer. But this year, the actors won. Oh, shoot. I just lost my train of thought.
Thomas, this is a podcast.
What were you talking about? I know, but what were you talking about?
How being a dramatic writer can help by being a comedian.
So it's Adam Sandler sitting there for Uncut Gems, and he's sitting next to Tom Hanks and De Niro.
Oh, wow.
And Adam Driver.
Oh, I saw pictures of this.
It's a great.
Where can I watch that? Where can the viewers watch this?
The full episode isn't out.
Okay.
They're kind of publishing highlights right now from it.
Okay.
But anyways, one of those I watched, and it was Tom Hanks and De Niro both complimenting Sandler. Because like Tom Hanks told Sandler, comedy is comedy is harder than getting killed. Because it's easy to they say it's easy to act like you're dying or just do that kind of stuff. But being funny takes a lot more nuance.
Yeah, it does.
It's a lot more in the performance.
And you never really think of it like this. And me, I've only really acted on a stage with a live audience, but I never really thought of it like this. But when you're doing a comedic movie, there's not all the time the crew is going to laugh at you. Well, so you don't really know if it's funny.
90% of the time, they're not going to.
Yeah, because they're worried about what they're doing.
Yeah, they're doing their job. You got the sound guy who's watching levels. He's not listening to what you're saying. He's just listening to how loud you're saying it. Or, the direct.
So it's like you never really know if it's funny.
The only person listening to the content of it, honestly, are either the producers who aren't doing anything, the director and the other actors.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, because everyone's got their job and they're busy. But no, I would agree. Comedy is hard, and it's a lot of times just underrated. Like people don't give it the credit it deserves.
Yeah, they don't.
You know, like when was the last time you saw a comedy at the Oscars?
Oh.
You know,
Yeah.
or like, I mean, I know there's like comedies, but they're never like The Hangover.
Yeah.
It's going to be something like dramatic, like a dramatic comedy.
Yeah, but I
Or
mean,
like Wes Anderson style kind of thing. Like
I get why dramas are favored, and I prefer doing dramas.
yeah. Well, and I think it kind of goes back to what Scorsese said about being cinema.
Yeah.
Cinema being like a reflection of like humankind, and
Yeah.
it's like it's a lot deeper, and there's more of a connection that you make.
Like
with the
I
characters
want to
and stuff
relate
like that.
like with the human connection part to it, the human
Right.
experience. But,
Right. But I mean that's the same thing in
because I
comedy.
like real life stories.
That's the same thing in comedy.
Yeah.
Because comedy is just it's about relatability, you know? Because I mean comedy is subjective.
Yeah, of course.
So, you know, what's funny to one person is not funny to the next, and that's based on experiences.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like grown-ups people find funny because 99% of grown-ups have gone through whatever they're talking about in the movie, you know, and that's why it's funny.
Yeah.
Because they can relate to it.
Exactly. And even, I mean, most of the best dramas have that scene of comedic relief.
Oh yeah. Well, you need it.
Yeah.
You need it. And you know what? Uncut Gems.
Should we go into it?
We'll go into
Let's
it.
go into it.
We're 30 minutes in.
Uncut Gems. We saw last night, starring Adam Sandler, Idina Menzel. Who else was in there? Kevin Garnett.
Kevin Garnett was in there. There was I don't know. Those are the important ones. I'll start.
Okay.
It was such a great time watching this movie.
Yeah.
I had a blast.
It was very entertaining.
Just to say that. Okay.
And let me tell you, that will throw you in there. That movie just throws you into it.
You got to be ready to pay attention.
Yeah.
Because it is go 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 from the
first
0-0
minute
time
mark.
code
Yeah.
all the way to the end.
Yeah.
It's a fast movie. Now Adam Sandler. Okay, well, here I'll say this. My recommendation is lower your expectations going into the movie. Just kind of go into it and accept the movie as
how
it
it
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think that's why that they made the trailer obscure.
Yeah.
You don't really know what it's about. Because it's hard to say what it's about.
I thought it was going to be like all about casinos or something.
Yeah. I honestly didn't know.
Yeah.
I just thought it was like a gem dealer who got in some trouble.
And it's more, I would say this is not what it is, but it has more of a vibe of like a heist.
Yeah, no, I can see that. Like kind of it's the same intensity that you get out of like Ocean's 11
exactly.
or something like that.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
where it's kind of like that. You feel kind of badass watching it. Like you're in on it.
Yeah.
The movie was very well directed. The cinematography was beautiful. It was a beautiful movie to look at.
I thought it was very well acted.
Yeah. Well, that was a whole different thing.
Yeah.
Like Adam Sandler. You know, we're talking about Grown Ups, which is kind of more what he's known for.
Yeah, he's more known for
comedy
like
stuff
Happy
like that.
Gilmore.
And I thought going into it that it would be hard watching him do something serious.
Mm-hmm.
But
it wasn't.
He was so good that like 30 seconds into it,
Yeah.
I was like, I forgot it was Adam Sandler.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and there was a couple scenes in there okay, do we want to spoil it? I don't want to spoil the ending because that's such a shock that you need to experience it.
No, you don't want to spoil the ending.
You need to experience it. But we can talk about some other scenes. I mean, this is a film podcast. We can't just talk in general terms.
So I'm just gonna want to be on record to say that from this point forward, you might be hearing some spoilers to this picture. So if you haven't seen it, you might want to skip forward.
This is your official spoiler alert.
Yeah, we need to make a button for that.
We do. You say we.
Yeah,
but it's going to be me.
Yeah, hey, by the way, I'm going to let you guys in a little secret. I do absolutely nothing.
He just shows up and talks.
I
and
show
I'm
up
the one
and look
pushing out
pretty.
promos and
I show up and look pretty,
Editing the
and I go home.
podcast.
However, I will say I got up at 7. No, I got up at 6:45 this morning.
It was an early one, but that was our own fault
Yeah,
for
because-
neglecting to make an outline.
Yeah, we also went to that movie, so I didn't go to sleep until like 1 in the morning because I
Yeah.
got caught up watching this comedy stand-up special.
Yeah.
But
What was it?
it was Seth Meyers,
Oh,
Lobby Baby.
yeah, that's right. You told me about that. Yeah, no, I got home last night and I tried. Okay, we're gonna go on a sidebar here, for a few.
Here's our
moments.
classic tangent.
This is gonna be an official tangent because we're
Yeah.
acknowledging it before we go on it.
Exactly.
Yesterday, Obama tweeted his top 10
No,
Or just
no,
his-
it's just his
it's just
favorite
his-
movies of 2019.
Barack Obama.
The president, ex-president Barack Obama,
Remember that whole
the
that
44th president.
going back to memes for a second. This is the tangents.
Oh.
Go back to memes for a second. Remember that meme where everyone was like, "What's Obama's last name?"
Yeah, I remember that.
That was kind of recent, but anyways, we'll go through his kind of list. But anyways, I thought it was interesting. He tweeted, "Next up are my favorite movies and TV shows of 2019. Of course, there's also American Factory, a film from our own production company, Higher Ground, that was recently shortlisted for an Oscar. Here's the full list." So I didn't know Barack Obama and his wife Michelle had a production company called Higher Ground.
I actually did because my dad has recommended American Factory to me.
So
I haven't watched it yet though.
I
I think it's on Netflix.
yeah, it is. I started to do my research last night because I wanted to be well prepared for this.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not talking about his political views or anything like. I couldn't care less,
Yeah.
right? But now, that being said, I tried to watch American Factory
Yeah.
last night because I wanted to get educated
Yeah.
on it.
Was it good?
It was boring.
Really?
It was really boring.
See,
now I can
I'm a fan
see-
of the informational documentary though.
Me too.
Yeah.
But it can be done in an entertaining way.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, my recommendation of the week this week is an informational series.
It is.
We'll get to that, but no, I thought it was boring. I ended up turning it off and watching 3 episodes of the morning show,
That is such a
which
banger.
is an incredible show.
I
been
urge
tuning
you
into
all
that.
to watch that because I finished the first season and whoa, let me tell you.
Yeah, hey, do what I did. Get the 7-day free trial. Watch the whole series. It's only 10 episodes, right?
Yeah, hour long.
Yeah, watch the whole series. Cancel the free trial before they charge you, because there's really nothing else on Apple TV Plus
Yeah.
that isn't
Yet,
on Netflix
yet.
yet. I mean, we'll get there. They'll push promos out for it and stuff.
It's only $5 a month.
It is.
Just
It is.
FYI.
Hey, how about this? Cancel your Disney Plus membership. Get Apple TV Plus.
Oh well, look on Netflix. There's American Factory, a conversation with the Obamas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, about making it.
Yeah.
You know, they have a conversation with Scorsese, Pesci,
Irishman.
De Niro. too.
Yeah, Behind the Irishman, right?
Yeah, or Irishman in conversation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you know they also got a podcast for that.
For what?
Talking about the Irishman.
Some like who? Like
Um,
just a group of guys like us, or
no, like cast,
like
like
the-
cast crew, people who worked on it.
I need to read.
Let
I
me
need to
look it
listen to
up.
that. I do want to talk to the audience for a second here, and I just want you to realize that I think we just went on 6 or 7 tangents in one tangent. So that's pretty. That's
Yeah.
something to be proud of.
Oh, okay. So that's where I got confused. The podcast is called Behind the Irishman. It says, go behind the scenes of Martin Scorsese's The Irishman with this official companion podcast from Netflix, hosted by a comedian and the Irishman co-star Sebastian Maniscalco. Whatever.
He was in it. He was
Features interviews with the cast and crew, including Scorsese, De Niro, Al Pacino, Joe Pesci.
Wow.
Yeah, so there we go. Go listen. They got 4 episodes so far. But anyways, let's get back on track. Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems. All
Actually,
right.
wait.
No.
Should we finish? We got to finish the tangent.
We got to finish. We got to finish. All right. So,
We'll read his list. Okay.
Mr. or President Obama's favorite movies of 2019.
First up on there.
They're in
I
alphabetical
disagree.
order. They're in alphabetical
Number
order.
1, I disagree. He put American Factory. I mean,
But
it's
he's
obviously
biased.
it's obviously
So he
biased.
has to have.
I think
it
it's
on
more
there.
promo.
I'd put it on there.
I think it's more
if I was-
promo than anything.
Amazing Grace.
I don't know what that is.
Me neither. Is it? Let me look this up.
Yeah, look it up. You got Apollo 11. That's
a documentary, right?
Yeah, that was amazing. So they took old 70 millimeter footage that they got back during the Apollo 11 launch to go to the moon.
Yeah.
Right? I think that was April of
Amazing Grace is
1969.
about Aretha Franklin.
Oh yeah, I saw
Forgot
that.
about that.
I didn't see it, but I
I
want
think
to.
it was a documentary too. Spike Lee produced it.
Yeah, he's amazing.
But
anyways,
he's a legend.
Apollo 11, they took all this old, archived, 70 millimeter footage, and like what's the one with the World War I, Peter Jackson.
Oh, 1917?
No. It was old footage that they restored, and
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking
They
about.
recorded ADR, which is additional dialogue recording. And they got lip readers to read their lips, so you can tell in this old World War I archive footage.
They shall not grow old. Yeah.
They shall not grow old. That's what it is. That was good too. But it's like that. So Apollo 11 took that old footage and restored it.
Yeah.
It looks like it was shot yesterday.
No kidding.
It was incredible.
This
And the editing in it, the storytelling, because really they're just taking this B-roll and making an hour-long movie out of it. I mean,
is it like dialogue or is it just kind of?
It's the same thing. So there's not really dialogue. There's voiceover, I think.
Yeah.
And interviews. But it's really mostly just kind of showing the B-roll in chronological order. I think it's on. Oh gosh.
Is it on Netflix or?
It might be on Netflix at this point. Let me look.
This is while you're looking. This reminds me that what you're describing reminds me of. I read the other day that they're bringing. Listen to this. They're making a World War II movie with actors. But do you know who the lead is?
Who?
James Dean.
What?
Who died however many years ago. Probably
What?
60-something years ago. All CGI.
In Australia.
Oh no. Kevin Hart started playing by accident.
By the way, that's a good docuseries. Kevin Hart, Don't F This Up on Netflix. He is a hard worker. You got to respect that. He will bust his butt. He respects the grind. I really enjoyed watching his docuseries. I learned a lot about actors and the industry.
Okay, well, it's not on Netflix, but I know you can find it on Amazon Prime Video or Hulu. It's on Hulu. That's what it is. So yeah, definitely go give that one a look. But anyways, let's keep going down his list.
Then we got Ash is Purest White.
Don't know what that is either. We got Atlantic's Birds of Passage, Booksmart.
Oh, it's a Chinese drama film.
Okay. We got Booksmart, Diane, The Farewell, Ford versus Ferrari. I saw that the other day.
Oh, is it good?
It was amazing.
I heard Booksmart was good too.
I did hear Booksmart was good.
Oh, he had to put it. He had to put The Irishman.
The Irishman.
And I'm ready to see that. Just Mercy.
That looks good.
It's with Michael B. Jordan, Jamie Foxx. That looks really good.
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx Jamie Foxx is such a legend. He is
amazing.
a jack of all trades. He's not even he's a god of all trades.
Yeah. Honestly, one of my favorite roles of his was Django.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good.
It was just so entertaining.
Have you seen on Netflix they have Django extended cut and it's like 4 different 1-hour clips?
Really?
Yeah.
I have not seen that. I need to check that out, though.
But anyway,
I love that movie.
This is I just got to go and say that. Give me 10 seconds. Jamie Foxx, hilarious comedian, had his own sitcom, won an Oscar for his depiction of Ray Charles because you can't even tell the difference. He can sing. I mean, he can do it all.
Yeah.
He is a mogul.
He's incredibly talented.
Yeah. And he's right here in
he-
Terrell, Texas.
Really?
Yeah. You didn't know that?
That's just down the road.
Yeah. He's from right here in Terrell, Texas.
That's like 15 miles from
my
here.
dad went to college and sat next to his cousin in his English class.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's an oddly strange yet far connection.
Yes. It really
Close
is.
yet far connection.
It's just another little enigma of my life.
Yes. Anyways, Ford versus Ferrari. Christian Bale, Matt
sorry.
Damon.
Yeah.
Both amazing.
Matt Damon, Christian Bale, both legends.
Yeah. Okay, so Christian Bale plays a Brit
Mm.
very well.
Yeah.
He is amazing because this is the guy who played Batman.
Yeah.
Seeing
Did you
I'm
see-
Batman to
Did you see him do Vice as Dick Cheney?
no,
That was amazing.
but I did see him in American Hustle.
Oh yeah.
Incredible movie.
Yeah. Isn't Jennifer Lawrence is that?
Yes.
Is De Niro in that? No, he's
No.
in Silver Linings Playbook.
Yeah. Which was the same year.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, that was a good movie. We studied that in my sound design class.
Oh, really?
Yeah. For diegetic and non-diegetic sound. For those of you who don't know, here's a little fact. Another tangent. Diegetic sound is sound that the actors can hear within the movie. Non-diegetic sound is stuff like your score that they can hear that only we can hear. Diegetic sound is
So
like
what
if
would
they're
you-
playing it on a record player.
Yeah.
That's diegetic.
So what do you consider like when Joaquin Phoenix hears the score and dances to it? Is that
When he hears the score and
because
dances
they
to it?
played it on the set, but it was also
Well, okay, so now in the that scene where he's dyeing his hair and dancing in his underwear starts as well what we would assume is non-diegetic.
Yeah.
Because you think only we hear it.
Yeah.
Because I mean you can tell by the sound quality whether or not it's mixed or not,
Yeah.
right? It wasn't mixed, it was just played. However, turns into diegetic because afterwards he's sitting at his vanity, grabs the scissors, and you hear that same song.
Yeah. You're right.
That's Life,
That makes
Frank
sense.
Sinatra, playing on his radio.
That makes sense.
And that's exactly what we studied in American Hustle, because the same thing happens there.
Okay.
They have a big scene, like
Yeah.
they have a big flashy sequence that goes into, like, and this song's playing, and then it comes out of it, and they're in a ballroom, and then that guy at the ballroom is singing that song.
And also Christian Bale, he was in this is probably in the 90s. He was in American Psycho, a classic,
That was amazing.
cult classic.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Anyways, let's get through this list. We got to talk about Uncut
sorry.
Gems
Yeah,
still.
sorry. We're sorry, Adam Sandler.
The Last Black Man in San Francisco. That's not a sentence. That's the movie that I'm saying. I didn't want y'all to think that I was just saying that out of nowhere.
No, it's a movie about I think I saw the trailer for it. It's about two guys going back to their childhood home, I believe. And they're trying to get it back. I
Yeah.
heard it's really good, and it's a good like political statement too.
Little Women, I do want to see.
I do want to see Meryl
That's
Streep,
that's up
Timothy Chalamet,
Yeah.
Greta Gerwig wrote it and directed.
Did she really?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
and Lady Bird
Yeah.
is in it too.
Saoirse Ronan.
Saoirse, yeah,
Oh.
or Saoirse.
I can't pronounce anything.
Yeah,
Like I said,
sorry,
guys,
we're just
fourth
two Texan boys.
fourth
We're not-
quartile of humanity.
What else we got here?
Marriage
Parasite?
Story.
Oh,
Marriage
Marriage
Story.
Story. I watched this the other day. Phenomenal picture.
It was really good.
I'm giving that the picture rating.
Okay.
That was a picture.
All right. For new listeners, it goes movie, lowest rating.
Yeah.
Film, kind of 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Picture,
10 out of 10. 11 out of 10.
picture. Okay, let's actually define this.
Yeah.
Movie is probably 0 to 4.
Yeah.
Film, 5 to 7.
Yeah.
Picture, actually no. Film, 5 to like 8.
Yeah.
Picture, 8, 10, and beyond.
And cinematic motion picture
Cinematic motion picture.
is a legend. Like that's
That's stuff that only comes around every 100 years.
that like Jaws.
Jaws.
Is a cinematic motion picture just because it was so revolutionary for its time,
Exactly.
you know.
The Godfather.
Yeah, exactly. Like classics. Those are cinematic motion pictures.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Carson's getting so giddy about this. He's like
I'm-
sitting up in his seat.
I'm giving Marriage Story a picture. I loved that. I love that picture.
I have to agree.
That was so,
Although I will say,
so well acted.
and I told you this
so well
last
directed.
night. I told you this last night. You haven't seen Adam Driver in much, besides Star Wars at this point, right?
He's been in some stuff.
Well, for me, the first 20 minutes of the movie, I was fully believing I was watching Kylo Ren prior to Star Wars. Like, I was like, oh, that sucks, man. That's why he became evil. He got a divorce. It ruined his life. He took all of his money.
Oh, he was in Black Klansman with
That's Spike Lee.
Spike Lee, and you know who stars in that? Who stars in Black Klansman? Do you know?
Denzel.
Denzel's son.
Oh.
How boss is that?
Oh.
And Denzel has worked with Spike Lee a lot, and now his son is working with Spike Lee. How
That's
awesome
cool.
is
That's
that?
that's like generational mentorship.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
You know, when I was at NYU this summer,
Yeah.
there was a kid. We had to go to this like seminar thing, and this kid was running late, And I envy this kid, and I wish I was running late to that because you know who he saw walking out of the building?
Denzel.
Spike Lee.
Spike Lee.
Spike Lee.
Oh.
He just started walking out and walking on the streets of New York.
Just like got a little pep in his step.
Yeah.
A little late, dude. Who cares if you're late?
If I was late and got to meet Spike Lee, it
Legend.
would have been worth every second.
Legend. Let's get through this.
Yeah. Sorry, we're taking so long.
It's okay. It's conversation. This is real talk. This isn't scripted, guys.
Yeah, this is real talk.
Anyways, Parasite. Heard that was very
Heard
good.
it's really good.
I've had a lot of recommendations. I need to watch.
Yeah. The Souvenir.
Souvenir Transit, and then he says a quick list of TV shows that I considered as powerful as movies. Fleabag season 2, Unbelievable.
I heard Watchmen is really
Watchmen. I also heard that. Watchmen. Okay, now we're through that. Do you also find it interesting that the former president of the United States has a production company called Higher Ground?
I think it's really cool.
I agree. I think it's cool. But it is interesting.
It really is.
Do you think Donald Trump will have one when he comes out when he gets out of office?
I don't think so. He might already have one, actually.
He probably does.
Or did have one. He's kind of dabbled in
He's
a
got
lot of
enough
things.
money to fund whatever he wants to fund.
Yeah. What is he worth? Like 30 billion?
Billions and billions and billions.
Billions and billions and billions. Can't help it.
That was good. The hand motions really helped. kinda.
Yeah. Hey, when we get this podcast to be recorded, you'll get to see more of us live, like talking.
Well, recorded video. This is being recorded.
video. Well, we're recorded audio now.
Right. Video soon to come.
Yeah, soon come.
Got a new camera, so here we go. Back to the original outline. Here we are again. Here we are.
Yeah.
Uncut Gems.
Uncut
Acting
Gems.
was incredible. Adam
Very
Sandler
well.
really blew me away in that.
Yeah, he really did.
He completely embodied the character.
Do you want me to tell you one of my favorite parts of the movie?
What?
Because I respected it so much. I respected it so much because I grew up watching Good Times. That was like my favorite TV show when I was growing up. This 1970s comedy.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And they got John Amos, the dad in that, and he was also in Coming to America. what else was he in?
Literally a 5-second cameo.
Yeah, it was literally 2 lines for a cameo,
Yeah.
but I loved every second of it.
Yeah, it was like the equivalent of a Stanley time.
Yeah, exactly, or less.
Probably less.
Yeah, he literally opened the door and said no, and then shut it.
It was amazing.
But I love John Amos. He is such a boss.
Yeah,
Very underrated.
That was cool. Now, Carson did have some qualms with the movie. Let's discuss that.
Okay.
Okay. Well, let's first state where we stand with it.
Okay.
I love it.
Yeah.
Exceeded my expectations
Okay.
because I had so little.
Yeah.
Carson.
I had expectations. I'm not going to sit here and say to you that I didn't like the picture.
Right.
I love the picture. It was a good movie. But I was going into it for some reason thinking it was this, it is a drama, but I was thinking it was going to be this like heavy dialogue.
Well, there was a lot of
There
dialogue.
was, but I wasn't expecting it to have the heist vibe.
Right.
And it
Now,
did. I'm not mad at that.
The
I was
movie's
I
not a
had
heist
different-
movie.
No, it's not. It's just vibe.
Yeah, it's kind of
Vibe
you get the
check.
same feeling from it. Although you got to pay attention a lot more. It's a really fast movie.
Very fast.
Like it went by fast.
They had it well played out because I never really got lost. But
I didn't get
I
lost.
was worried that I was going to.
Me too. I was like, oh no, am I missing something?
Yeah.
There was one point where you go, oh, in the movie. Oh. And I was like, what did he just get that I missed?
Yeah.
I was like, am I
Yeah.
lost or something?
Yeah.
So, yeah, pay attention. Don't be on your phone because I hate you if you're on your phone in the movie.
Yeah.
You know, me and my dad, when we go to the movies together, if someone's on their phone, we like to throw milk duds at them.
Do you really?
Yes.
You kidding?
No. So don't be on your phone when you're in the movie with me, okay? You're going to get a milk dud to the back of your ear.
Have you ever seen George Costanza lose it in the movie theater because someone's talking?
No.
It's funny.
It's annoying.
Yeah, it really is.
When you pay
I
$10.81
would
for a
love
ticket
it.
to be on your phone the whole time?
Yeah, it really is annoying. I will say, okay, I know we're going on another tangent here, fellas, but I just gotta say it. Here's my opinion on cinema etiquette. Okay.
This is actually a good thing to talk about, guys.
Yeah.
We need to educate the public on what they need to do and what they need to not do when
here's
they're
my
in the
personal
movies.
rule.
I'm going to get fired up about this.
Here's my personal rule. Okay. if I'm going to a heavy movie with like one of my favorite actors, like say Denzel, right? I'm sitting there and I'm not talking to anybody throughout the entire thing,
Yeah.
right? However, during any movie, I grant full permission and I fully allow talking during previews.
Previews. Yes.
I give so much lenience to that.
That's the time.
You can get on your phone for all I care.
No, that's the time to do it.
Yeah.
But the second the production logos roll,
Exactly.
your phone better be silenced or off and in your pocket.
Yeah.
And your mouth better be zipped.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll permit a laugh here and there.
A
when
laugh
it's
or a
warranted.
little whisper
Yeah.
conversation to your friend. But the second you whip out your phone, dude, I'm about to come over there and smack you across the face.
No, that I don't.
Rob you of
support that.
1081.
Now I will say this. If I'm with a friend, yeah, I'll snicker. You know,
Yeah. But
I'll whisper.
I'll say it. Yesterday, you were not snickering. You were full blown.
It was laughing there. There was
Yeah.
some funny parts to that.
Yeah.
But I will say this: when there is a emotion-heavy, hard-setting drama where it's Denzel starring or Meryl starring,
Yeah.
or it's even last night with Adam Sandler, I don't talk. You can't talk. You can make a little quip,
Yeah.
but you can't talk.
You're not having a conversation.
No, that's for after the picture.
Exactly. Which we had a lot of. Which is what we're doing right now.
Yeah, we literally we love talking after the picture so much we made a podcast.
So we could talk for hours about it.
we're getting up at 6:15.
Guys, you heard it here. We love movies.
We love
We love you. Real Talk brought to you by you. Just kidding.
Real Talk is brought to you by you for 99 cents a month. You could
Down to 99 cents. You can go up to $10 a month if you want to, but you don't have to.
$120 a year.
You don't have to.
You don't have to. You don't have to. I just wanted to say that I know that the Christmas season is over and that we're going into New Year's, a new decade, a fresh start. And I just wanted to say that you will always be in my heart.
Head over to anchor.fm to our Real Talk page. Consider becoming a supporter. Guys, we love you so much. Thank you for listening. This is not the end of the podcast. Just kidding. That was completely improvised. Ooh.
You gotta put that in.
God damn it. Anyways, that
Sorry.
was improvised. That wasn't supposed to happen.
No, it just
happened.
happened.
It's real.
It's real.
It's real. Anyways,
And we're not scripted. However, we do have an outline.
we do have an outline. Keep us on track. That's not working well
right, so
at all.
Thomas.
Yes, sir.
Thomas.
Carson Davis.
Listen to this. Let's get back to Uncut Gems for the 13th
this is not.
time.
We're not good at staying on topic.
We're only at the 57-minute mark. We've got 5 more points to hit.
Okay. Now.
So, Uncut Gems. Let's talk about this. So, let me go back and give a more detailed, more precise, more understanding.
What's a
of my opinion.
prescrice? Anyways, continue.
Thomas, please.
I'm getting us off topic.
Thomas, this episode should be called episode 04 / tangents.
Tangents.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll consider that.
So,
We're on a tangent talking about it right now.
yeah. So here's my thing. I went into it thinking it was going to be a drama, which it is. It is a drama. I heard that it was very well acted and well directed, which it was.
Both very well acted, very well directed.
But I wasn't expecting it to be very,
It was fast,
because when I think of a drama, I think of a more
easygoing pace.
more economic pace.
However, if you just break it down to its definition, was there drama from the first second
Yeah, to the last
second of the movie?
Yeah.
Literally,
I just
last frame of the movie there was drama.
I wasn't aware of the tone that it was setting.
No,
I have no
neither.
problems with the tone.
neither.
I just wasn't aware of it, so it kind of threw me off guard. But in retrospect,
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It was entertaining the same way The Wolf of Wall Street is entertaining. In the fact that it's fast paced, raunchy,
yeah,
gritty. It's giving you a taste of someone's lifestyle that no one gets to see.
Yeah.
I mean, this is it's a diamond district. That's pretty closed off market, 1%. You know, it gives. I mean, that's what movies are. It gives you a window into these places that you can't go.
Yeah, it really does.
Beautiful.
Gotta love a good
Beautiful.
picture.
But let me. You know what? Let me talk about something.
Let's
All
talk
right.
about it.
You've been talking enough. I'm just kidding.
Okay, Thomas.
Listen. Cinematography. Let's just talk about the visuals here. Beautiful. I think they shot that on film. Would you do some research for me?
I'm going to.
Okay. Now, the lighting I noticed was very okay. Now, the gym. I'll tell you this: the gym that they're after in the movie is black opal, which, if you don't know what opal is, it's a rock or it's a gem that is. It reflects like the entire entire spectrum of colors, and you know it's a beautiful rock, isn't it?
It's a precious rock.
It's precious.
Yeah.
So anyways, it's got its own look about it. It's psychedelic looking. And you know, the kind of one of the themes of the movie was that when you look into it, you can see into the universe because it's so old, is what they said. Now, they kind of base the visuals off of that. You know,
A dedication to grit and authenticity seems to inform the decisions of the directors, like shooting the movie on film and filming many scenes on location in the Diamond Dish.
Could you find out what size of film? I'm curious. So anyways, the visuals of the movie, the graphics, the cinematography, lighting, all that stuff is based off of kind of the look of the gym, which I thought was really interesting. Camera movement wise, well, first of all, and you'll get a taste of that when you watch the trailer, so you can kind of see the design of the movie and just that I mean, it's beautiful. Now, oh God, where was I going with this? Oh, the cinematography was interesting. Did you notice how many zooms they did?
Oh, a ton.
There was a lot of zooms. Now, zooms, for the average viewer who doesn't know, are different than a dolly in. So you'll notice, like, anytime someone gets closer to the camera, it's different because a zoom, camera stays in the same place, but you use the lens and you zoom in. A dolly in, or a push in, is whenever the camera physically gets closer. And that's a lot more human and a lot more natural because it's what we are used to seeing when we're having a conversation, right? You can't zoom with your eyes. However, that would be amazing to have 2x zoom on your eyes. Wouldn't that be great?
It would be very nice.
And we also got thumbs. We would be an advanced species. We'd be an advanced species if we could zoom with our eyes.
Who would win? Dolphins who could zoom with their eyes or us with thumbs?
Dolphins with thumbs would win.
Interesting.
Could you imagine giving a dolphin an AK?
Oh, dear.
It could operate it. But okay, wait. If each fin was a hand, correct?
Yeah.
If they had hands, would they have a hand on their back?
Interesting.
Would that count?
That's interesting.
Would their tail?
Because they might win with that.
Would they have 2 hands on their tail?
No, they'd probably have legs, Thomas. Hey, listen to this. Did you know outside of the U.S.
Now we're just making a human.
Yeah. Outside of the United States, Uncut Gems was released on Netflix.
What?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It really is.
So I'm assuming that means in the future it will be on Netflix in the United States.
The film was executive produced by Scorsese.
No way. Does this change your opinion on the movie?
It's a picture now.
Upgraded from a film to a picture, huh?
Oh, yeah.
You know, I would call it a film.
Yeah.
I would call it a film. Doesn't matter whose name is on it.
Amari Stoudemire and Joel Embiid were originally considered.
It's not going to be
Kevin Garnett.
It's not going to be something I go back and study, but I would watch it again.
Makes sense.
You know.
Thomas, I gotta apologize. I cannot find what type of film they used.
That's okay. If you can't find it, it's probably 35 millimeter, which is kind of the standard. You know, I've always wanted to shoot a film on 16.
Why?
It's a smaller format, so when you blow it up, grain is a little bit bigger, and it looks very, you know that special kind of glowy, soft look that '90s movies have.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Like-
like that.
Like For some reason, when you said that, the first thing I thought of was that coming of age movie with Matthew McConaughey.
God, I couldn't tell you right now. Forrest Gump.
That's not the one.
No, but
That's
incredible
not the
movie.
one.
Was not shot on 16.
Was
But
it shot on
one
35?
of my favorite movies was shot on 16.
Dazed and Confused.
Yeah, that's right. But Blue Valentine, which is one of my favorite movies, is shot on 16, and that came out in 2011. So, how about that, guys? How about them apples? I've never said that in my life. I don't know why I said that. Anyways, Carson, any more questions, comments, concerns, notes, anything about Uncut Gems?
I thought what would be a nice little addition to our going to see Uncut Gems together is for us to post with the Reel Talk Google email our rating, rate it with stars, and write our thing and post it on Google.
Let's do that right now.
Let's do it right now.
That's a good idea.
Thank you, Thomas. I really appreciate it.
You know, also,
So, Thomas, let's
while
confer.
While we're on it,
Yeah.
the email.
The email.
Y'all can send us questions, comments,
Suggestions.
movies, anything you want. Contact us.
Yeah.
Real Talk.
It's
Reel.
Reel
REEL
dot TLK, because there are a lot more Real Talk podcasts. However,
We couldn't afford to get the A.
if you look us up on Apple Podcast, you know who's the first one to come up? We are, baby. Boom. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Zooey mama.
Yeah, guys,
right.
send us stuff, videos, react to, anything you want. That's Reel, REEL.TLK.podcast@gmail.com. Thank you, guys.
Sorry for the quick plug.
Let's write a review.
All right, here we go. So I'm just gonna write it here.
Okay.
So there's 5 stars. What do you want to give this?
Well, let's go based on movie, picture, film.
Yeah, movie, picture, film.
I consider it a film.
I consider it a film.
Okay, so that means we are in the...
I don't consider it a cinematic motion picture, but I consider it a film.
I don't either. I wouldn't.
Wait, you don't consider it a picture?
Do you? You know what?
I give it a low picture or a high film.
Let's give it a high film.
Okay, so you want to do...
So that's...
4?
What is that? No, a film is... that would be a movie.
I think I got to give it a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, let's give it a 4 out of 5.
Let's give it a
I
4
would
out of
agree.
5.
I would agree. 4 out of 5 stars from the Real Talk.
All right.
Thomas Milder and...
It's your boy.
Carson S. Davis.
There we go. All right, so what do we have to say about this movie?
Uncut Gems is a fast-paced... What do we want to say?
Ride of a lifetime.
Is the
Uncut Gems is a true gem.
There we go.
There we go. It's not cringy at all, even, you know?
Yeah. It is real
And
uncut.
uncut.
Give
There
me
we go,
that.
baby.
Give me that.
There we go.
Give me that. Throughout,
Wait, spell real with 2 E's. That'd be cute.
it would be cute.
All right.
Throughout the picture, you get a sense of a heist-like vibe paired with a somber, heavy-setting
Take
drama.
out. You get a sense of. Just say throughout the film.
Throughout
The film gives you similar. The film gives you feelings comparable to a heist film or movie or whatever. Whatever you want to say, Carson. You're the auteur.
Throughout the film, one receives a feeling
One receives a feeling.
comparable
There we go. Comparable.
to that of a heist-like thriller.
Here we go. I've never written a review before.
Me neither.
This is-
You're hearing this real and uncut.
This is thrilling.
Cause this is thriller. Oh, sorry.
You know, he wasn't a great guy.
He was a creative genius, though, Thomas. All right. Receives a feeling comparable to that of a heist-like thriller, while also engaging the audience in a stellar mosaic of dramatic acting.
Mosaic is a beautiful word to describe this movie. It is.
really
It is
is.
a mosaic.
Of dramatic.
What is it? Read it. Read what we got.
Uncut Gems is a true gem. It is real and uncut. Throughout the film,
A little forced.
Throughout the film, one receives a feeling comparable to that of a heist-like thriller, while also engaging the audience in a stellar mosaic of dramatic penmanship.
Let's end it with entertained from the first second of the movie to the last, or the first frame to the last,
Entertaining.
and then
from
do
the first. From the first what?
frame
Frame. To
the last.
the last. To the last.
And then we should do one of those things where it's like 3 different words to describe the movie, individual sentences, kind of like
Yeah,
Podman
yeah.
8 did.
I love Podman.
Shout out to Podman 8.
I forgot about that.
Leave us a review
All right.
on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah. All right. Let's come up with 3 words.
Okay. How about thrilling,
Thrilling.
psychedelic?
Yeah, it kind of is.
That is a psychedelic movie. I felt like I was on drugs when I was watching that movie. It was so psychedelic.
Thrilling, psychedelic, and what else do we want to say?
You got to pick a word.
Yeah, I got to pick a word. I think I'm going to put heavy.
Heavy.
Yeah.
It was heavy.
Yeah.
Intense, even.
I like intense better.
Okay, intense. So I picked all 3.
Well,
That's okay. You wrote the rest of it.
make sure to listen to episode 4.
Episode 4 of Reel Talk for more.
of Reel Talk.
Be sure to plug our Apple Podcast, Spotify,
Apple
Anchor. Become a supporter.
Podcast,
All right.
Anchor, YouTube,
While Carson is wrapping this up,
and Spotify.
we are going to get into our New Year's resolutions. Okay? As you're listening to this, hopefully, it is December 31st, 2019. 2020 is coming. Winter is coming.
The Roaring 20s.
The Roaring 20s, guys. Old money, baby. Here we go. New Year's resolutions, guys. This is always a tough topic for me because I have a hard time with self-discipline. Okay, hold on.
Okay,
Carson's done. Let's read the final product.
Uncut Gems 2019. Real Talk. Just now. 4 out of 5. Uncut Gems is a true gem. It is real and uncut. Throughout the film, one receives a feeling comparable to that of a heist-like thriller, while also engaging the audience in a stellar mosaic of dramatic penmanship.
This sounds like BS.
Entertaining from the first frame to the last. Thrilling, psychedelic, intense.
I'm proud of that word, psychedelic.
Make sure to listen to episode 4 of Real Talk on Apple Podcasts, Anchor, YouTube, and Spotify to listen to our in-depth discussion of this motion picture.
Now, guys,
We plugged it.
be sure to go on Google,
Yeah.
like our review, give it a thumbs up, say it was helpful.
Yeah. Was this
Was this helpful? Yes, it was. Go over there, give it a thumbs up.
I'm giving it.
Also, give it a rating yourself. Go watch the movie. Give it a rating. We'd love to hear what you think about the movie. New Year's resolutions, Carson. It's coming soon.
It is coming quicker than the eye
What
can tell.
is your resolution? What are you going to do to better yourself in 2020?
Well,
It's a
here's
new
the thing.
decade. It's a new Carson
thing.
Davis.
It's the new me. Well, it's your boy. You already know. Here's the thing. You know, I'm going off to college soon. Got about 9 months left at home, right?
Yes.
And so right now I have the most free time that I'm going to have for a long while.
Yeah.
Because after
Enjoy
this,
it. Enjoy it.
the grind starts, right?
Yeah.
So what I want to do is,
Just hey, tell everyone you're going to NYU.
I'm going to NYU Tisch
Our
School of
very
the
own.
Arts for drama.
Our very own Carson Davis going to NYU.
Yes.
How about that? Smart cookie.
Thank you, Tom.
All thanks to Chemistry Corner.
Yeah, that's the only reason I got in.
Listen to Real Talk episode 1 for that one.
But very excited about that. But so what I want to do is I want to watch as much of movies as much movies as I can, like the classics, as many, yes, as many, the classics, because I feel like I don't know them all. I feel like I'm advanced and seeing a lot that many people haven't, but there's so much more I need to see.
I agree with you.
So that when I'm in conversation, I'm not the one who's left out.
Yeah, I feel like that a lot, even on this podcast, because you're so much more knowledgeable, or you've seen more movies.
Thomas, I spent my whole life watching movies.
Yeah. Well, we watch movies differently.
Yeah, we do.
I watch movies, and then when I find one I like, I watch it on repeat for quite a while, and I study it.
That's me with music.
Really?
Yeah. When I hear an album or a song, that's all I listen to for months.
Yeah. You listen to it till you can't listen to it anymore.
But normally I can't even get to that point when I find something I really like Billie Jean. I could listen to that.
No,
song.
you went on a Michael tangent. Michael.
Yes.
Michael Jackson.
Yes.
Yeah. Michael Jackson will actually be in the studio, episode 5. Stay tuned.
Yeah. I was just gonna release this new song. I wanted to promote it on Reel Talk. But
What kind of movies you want to watch? More classics, you
more
said?
classics. I have a lot of. I'm starting to function the My List feature on Netflix.
Yeah, I never
really gotten
used it.
into it, but it's kind of nice to keep track. Like the next movie that I'm gonna watch is Primal Fear with Richard Gere and Edward Norton.
Okay.
And it's got Frances McDormand in it too.
Right. Crazy, but you love her.
I don't think she's crazy, but you do.
I just think her speech last year was crazy.
I think she's a creative genius, Thomas.
I'm not saying she's not a good actress.
But anyway, so I just want to find more. I just want to watch the classics. Like, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, Thomas.
Okay.
What's that poster behind your head?
Pulp Fiction.
Do you know how many times I've seen that movie?
How many?
0. I've never watched it. It's on my list to watch.
Gotta watch it.
See, there's like a few classics that we all miss.
You'll love it.
You know?
Yeah, Christopher Walken, John Travolta,
Harvey
Samuel L.
Keitel,
Jackson. Even Tarantino directed, obviously, but he has a cameo in
cameo
it. It's more than a cameo. It's a full role.
Really?
Yeah, he does that. He did that in Reservoir Dogs.
Oh, he did.
Yeah. But anyways, I don't want to go into Tarantino too much because
that's my New Year's resolution, and I want to read more because I read a lot of acting books, but I want to read a lot more just normal books.
Yeah.
Because I
get more educated about.
I think as an actor,
things in general.
I think as an actor, it's good. I mean, unlike many other professions, you got to be a jack of all trades in a lot of areas to be an actor.
Yeah.
Because as an actor, you could play any role. So I think reading as much books over as many topics as possible,
it helps.
Will help. So my goal is to read 1 book a month this year, or 2 books a month.
That's a good goal.
Yeah,
that's a good goal. I'm a slow reader, so even if I tried to do that, I couldn't do 2 books a month.
I just have a lot of free time now.
I could do 1 book a month, but 2 books a month. I don't know. I'm just.
Since I have a lot of free. Oh,
yeah.
You know what another resolution of mine is?
What?
To grow Reel Talk.
That is a good one. Yeah, we want this to kind of pick up, and it'd be great to do this kind of full time.
Yeah. Oh, it's
that'd be good. But anyways, mine.
Yeah.
My resolution. So I've been getting lazy. Not in the sense of like I just stay in bed all day, but just lazy with content. Lazy with making things. These podcasts are relatively easy. You record one morning and then you edit it for about an hour or so, push out some promo. Honestly, per podcast, it's about 6 hours of work.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how much work I do, guys?
Promos
about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
The amount it takes
90
to
minutes
this.
to record the podcast. But outside of that, and that's 6 hours a week, that's nothing. So I want to for my resolution, I want to make more content. I want to be pushing out YouTube videos, just anything.
More vlogs. I remember when you used to vlog.
Yeah, I did used to vlog. And not because I had an interesting life or anything. It just helped me.
Just fun to do.
It helped me.
It exercises that creative muscle.
Exactly, it does. And I had footage, every week to edit.
Yeah.
I was editing constantly,
Practice.
filming constantly. It helped me learn story, and I'd highly recommend it to anyone actually starting out. Actually, just you don't have to post them; just make them for yourself.
Just make them. They're little.
Yeah,
They're little anecdotes of your life.
but post them.
Yeah.
Post
Why
them.
not?
Who cares? You
Why
know?
not?
People are gonna judge you no matter what. So, post it out there. Get yourself out there. Could blow up. Maybe you're an interesting person. You are an interesting person,
You
and
are.
I love you.
Hey, Real Talk is brought to you by you. Not again.
No, we're not doing that. We're beating a dead horse there.
Yeah.
Not actually, but metaphorically.
Yeah. No, we would never do that.
No. And a live horse, however.
Huh?
Just kidding.
Oh.
No, but I want to make more content. I want to push out more short films. I want to add content for Real Talk. I want to grow this. This is really fun. I enjoy doing this.
Yeah, it's a good pastime. It's a good hobby.
Yeah, it is.
Except the part of getting up at 6:15.
Yeah, but that's dedication.
It's
We're
the
here for
grind,
you
though.
guys.
It's the grind, though.
It's
the grind.
It is the grind.
Yeah. Sooner or
But-
later, we need to do live shows, and we can have people call in.
Yeah,
have
but-
people asking.
That's a ways down the road. That's
I have people
complicated. We gotta.
asking.
Yeah, that's complicated
People
though.
are asking, Thomas.
I know it's complicated. But we gotta have more crew to do it.
Yeah.
Right now, it's just us.
We need our little assistant who can go and buy us coffee.
Oh yeah. Well, we do have a routine of getting coffee every
You know
morning.
what got lost in Real Talk?
What?
The Nerf war.
That's true.
Got lost.
We'll talk about that in a minute.
Okay, sorry.
But yeah, I just want to push out more content. I'm getting lazy with it. It's
Yeah.
been a year since I made a short film, and that's not acceptable. So
Yeah.
I want to. I don't know. So you're saying read 2 books a month?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we hold each other accountable?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'll do 2 videos a month
Okay.
and weekly podcasts.
Okay.
You do
I'll
2
do
books,
2 books a month and weekly podcast.
and weekly podcasts.
And Thomas, let me ask you this: if you ever do a short film, would I be considered?
Yeah, actually, that was part of why I wanted to start a podcast because I think like a lot of people don't know what it's like the process of making a movie. It's a complicated thing. So I
Yeah.
think it would be cool if we were producing a short film and then kind of talking about the steps of it.
Yeah.
And like what process we're in at the moment on
Yeah.
the podcast and kind of walk you guys through the process, and y'all would be along for the ride.
Yeah, that would be fun.
We could post kind of exclusive behind the scenes content on Instagram or whatever,
Talk about our time spent working
Yeah,
together.
everything from like writing the script down to location scouting,
Yeah.
finding cast and crew, catering, everything.
Yeah.
The whole shebang, the whole 9 yards, 9 meters for all you Europeans. Anyways, yeah, that's my New Year's resolution. I want to make more things.
Yeah.
I want to be less lazy.
Thomas, can I get the air horn effect?
Yes.
Let's get this bread.
There we go.
Thank you, Thomas.
Beautiful moment.
Appreciate it.
Just kidding. All right, guys, and that
Let's
brings us
fast
to our recommendation of the week.
Our Reco of the week.
Our weekly recommendations where
Yep.
we tell you what we have been watching, what we like, what you should watch or read or listen to. Guys, Carson, do you want to go first or you want me to go first?
You go first, Thomas.
All right, well, listen, I caved. I got Disney Plus.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
It's decent.
I think it would have been a lot more fun if we were 10.
True. Yeah, I mean they got all the classics on there, but
They do have classics. That's
I wanted to get it for their new stuff, like
Yeah.
The Mandalorian and
I want to watch The World According to Jeff Goldblum. That looks interesting.
I watched one episode of that and he is insane, dude. He's
such a legend.
He's
though.
hilarious though.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, my recommendation of the week is Origins, and that's a original on Disney Plus. It's like an 8-part series, I think, like 42-minute episodes of it breaks down human history into its most influential and iconic moments, like the discovery of fire. It talks about money, how money came about. Talks about medicine. That was an interesting one. I learned a lot about the Black Plague on there. I just highly recommend it. Jason Silva, he's not a name you might have heard, but he had a YouTube channel for a long time called Shots of Awe, where he'd make these incredible little short films talking about kind of like the intimacies of humanity.
Yeah.
Just kind of like the in-between moments.
I
And
need
like,
to watch that. It seems
it's
pretty
intense.
good.
It's really good. Psychedelic, too.
Oh, you're using that word again.
Yeah, well, it is. Trust me. When you watch it, you'll say it's psychedelic because you're gonna think that guy's high. But yeah, he was the host of it. Kind of walked you through it. He's a great host. It was really cool. They got one on architecture, kind of how that evolved from like a mud hut into like the Burj Khalifa and stuff like that. And
Wow.
it's really interesting.
How many are there?
I think there's 8.
There's 8.
Yeah. I kind of watched that over the course of about a week or two.
And that's on Disney Plus.
It's on Disney Plus.
right.
Origins.
Origins.
Carson, what you got for us?
Actually, I was going to give you one, but I'm going to give you 2. One's a movie and one's a book.
Uh-oh. It's a twofer.
It's a 2 for 1.
Here we go.
Do that. So, the film, got to give it to one of my personal favorites of all time. And that is the 1996 picture. Actually, no. It is a cinematic motion picture.
Oh.
Sling Blade.
Okay.
Starring Billy Bob Thornton.
Okay.
Written by Billy Bob Thornton. Created by Billy Bob Thornton. And I believe directed by Billy Bob Thornton.
Wow.
It is
Wearing quite a few hats on that one.
Yeah, he it also stars John Ritter, a little cameo by Robert Redford.
Okay.
It's a good and a young Lucas Black. It's a good
What's it
movie.
about?
It's about a troubled guy who gets released from the state hospital, and it's kind of his events after his time spent at the state hospital.
Okay.
If I tell you what it's about, it kind of ruins the picture.
Okay.
So Netflix put it on their service. Have you guys ever heard of that? Netflix. It's this multi-billion-dollar.
I've heard a few whisperings.
But they just put it on their streaming service. Totally recommend it. Came out in 96. You should watch it. Okay, it's one of my personal favorites. And next episode, I'll do my impression of Sling Blade. Number 2 is the book. It's called The Dude and the Zen Master. It's co-written with I forgot the Zen Master's name, but it's also written with the Dude, Jeff Bridges, who starred in The Big Lebowski. And he's a Hollywood legend, Hollywood royalty. But it's about how
He's amazing.
The Big Lebowski relates to the art of Zen, and I think every actor should read it too.
Speaking of the art of Zen,
Yeah.
my dad got a book for Christmas about Bill Murray's Zen, his aura.
I've heard of this book.
Yeah. What's it called? Bill
The
Murray.
Taoism of Bill Murray?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he got that. I'm kind of curious about it.
Bill Murray is a cultural icon.
Hey, while we're on the topic of my dad and Bill Murray, I've got a little anecdote. So, do you know the director Wes Anderson?
Yes. I have an anecdote about Bill Murray too, but I'll go after you.
Okay. Well, okay. So, Rushmore. Have you heard of that movie?
No, I haven't.
Jason Schwartzman, and it old. I think it came out in the 80s, maybe. I don't know, maybe 90s. But anyways, it's a great film. Jason Schwartzman was extremely young in it. He played a high school kid.
Okay.
But the high school they filmed at was was in the district that my dad was working for. So, okay, you know the job that I've been doing where I've been doing videography for the district? My dad was doing my boss's job in this district.
Okay.
Okay? Which is the director of communications.
Okay.
So whenever the film approached them and said, hey, we want to film in this district at this school, it was him who had to coordinate it.
Yeah.
So he ended up negotiating that he could be an extra in it.
Oh, really?
And there's a scene, well, he's an extra in 2 scenes. One of them, you just see the back of his head. It's in a conference room. I forget the main actor who was in that scene. I don't think it was Bill Murray. But at the end of the movie, there's this like play scene. Like it's a play about Vietnam, right? They're acting out this war scene.
Yeah.
But Bill Murray is sitting in the audience, and my dad is sitting right behind him.
No kidding.
And my dad said he had a conversation. I mean, because you're filming for a long time. Like 12-hour days is union standard. Anything over that is overtime.
Yeah.
And they usually go overtime. So it's a long shoot. So you're sitting there for a long time. He starts talking to Bill Murray. Just having a conversation with him for hours. And then, obviously a lot of extras. They want his autograph. So my dad had this nice pen that he carried with him. Gave Bill Murray his pen. He started signing autographs with it.
Yeah.
And then Bill Murray, at the end of the day, returned the pen. My dad still got the pen.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But you can actually see him in the background, sitting right behind Bill Murray.
Was this at M.B. Lamar High School?
Yes.
Well,
But yeah, so there's that, which I thought was pretty cool. But yeah, no, Wes Anderson, like any young filmmaker, I looked up to him for a little bit.
Here's my anecdote about Bill Murray. There is a Netflix documentary that Netflix, I believe, produced, and it's called The Bill Murray Stories: Life Lessons Learned from a Mythical Man.
Okay.
Somewhere in that documentary, my uncle is on there. My
Really?
maternal uncle. Because he owns some bars in Austin.
Mm-hmm.
And Bill Murray just showed up and
Wow.
went behind the bar and just started giving out drinks.
Just started giving away their alcohol.
Yes. Because he's Bill Murray.
And he could do that.
How interesting is that?
That's pretty interesting.
It was also featured in Mental Floss.
Everyone knows Bill Murray.
He is a icon. Do you know that he has a 1-800 number?
No.
He doesn't have an agent.
Really?
People call his 1-800 number, leave a message about what they want him to do. He checks it like every two weeks or month
Wow.
and sees what's up.
He's got to get a lot of spam.
How baller is that though?
That's pretty cool. You know, a lot of people are doing that now. A lot of celebrities are getting like a second phone, with like another phone number, and they're just letting their fans text them. And
Yeah,
they'll
I've seen that.
You know,
I've seen
do you
that.
know who Gary Vee is?
Mm-mm.
He's like this business entrepreneur, like mogul or whatever. You know.
Yeah, but I've seen some celebrities just saying like "text me" and putting their
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I mean, it's obviously not their personal phone.
No, but
I think that's pretty cool. There's
it's
more
a cool way
more
to connect.
Yeah,
and
more
really
direct.
promote yourself.
Yeah, like imagine like you could get into an intellectual conversation with a celebrity.
You think Denzel will ever
Like
do
you
that?
name it.
I don't think.
I don't think so. I think he's
I
been
watched this
old
talk
school for
show that he doesn't even have apps other than the basic apps on his.
He's got the
smartphone.
clock and the weather.
He's such a boss.
That's kind of cool though.
He is such a boss.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Well,
Those were our recommendations of the week.
it was a pleasure to spend this time with you.
It's been a great episode. This is a lot better than last week.
I think this might be our best, actually.
Yeah, I think so.
Other than the tangents.
Yeah. Episode 4//tangents.
Yeah, that's got to be the name.
Tangents and more. Tangents and Uncut
Tangents
Gems.
Plus.
Tangents Plus. Disney.
Disney Plus.
Disney minus.
I saw some film critic said I should change my name to so-and-so Plus. Because all the strings are
Yeah.
Apple TV Plus.
Apple Plus.
Disney Plus.
Disney Plus. Netflix Plus.
Well,
Anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening. If you're still listening, guys, we are on episode 4. Listen to us on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Reel Talk on YouTube, Spotify. It looks like most of our audience is divided 50-50 between Apple Music and Spotify. Are on Anchor. If you want to become a supporter, you can. Helps us make the podcast, makes it easier, makes it better. Head over to anchor.fm and go to our Reel Talk page. It will be the first one that comes up with the red on it. You can follow us on Instagram and
Thomas,
Twitter.
You know, if they've gotten this far to hear it, they know it's red.
I know. Well, it looks like what you're listening to it on. Anyways, follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Same handle. It's at Reel, REELTLK_podcast. Guys, thank you so much for listening.
And as always, it's your boy,
It's your boy.
Carson S. Davis.
It's Thomas Milder. And that's been Real Talk episode 4, guys. Thank you so much for listening.
We'll see you next year.
You next year on Tuesday,
2020.
5 a.m. Central Standard Time. See ya.